Salutations, respected viewers. This is George from Ireland. I'm on Kildare Street in Dublin. That house opposite me, or behind me rather, with the green door, that is where Bram Stoker lived for some time. And he is renowned for being the author of Dracula. And he very much updated horror as a genre. So more about Bram Stoker. His name is actually Abraham Stoker, but just known as Bram. And he was born here in Dublin in 1847. He was from a well-to-do Protestant family. His father was a senior civil servant. So he attended a school beside St Patrick's Cathedral. And then he went to Trinity College Dublin, where he was an outstanding athlete. Carried off many prizes for that. A noted debater too. And he also used to tread the boards. What an all-rounder. He was a fantastic actor as well. He moved to London where he was a manager of a theatre as well as an actor. And then he turned his hand to fiction. So he's best known for Dracula, Tale of the Undead. And he read about Romanian history. Of course, Romania back then would have been known as Wallachia, and Transylvania was then part of Austria-Hungary. He never went to Eastern Europe, so he simply relied on secondary sources for this. And so then he penned his famous novel, which has been made into countless films, and there are many abridged versions of it. And he died in 1912. Unfortunately, his house is not open to the public. Very few people seem to realise that Stoker came from Hibernia. And Ireland's not a locale of that novel at all. Some of it's set in Whitby, a town in northern England where Stoker spent some time. So back in the days of the Union, it was very natural for Irish people to see London as the capital. Obviously it wasn't the capital of Ireland, the capital of the United Kingdom, and the whole of Ireland were part of there, and that was that. And he wasn't a man of particular political leanings. So Romanians are very irked when people mistake Dracula, the fictional character, for Vlad Dracul Tepeș, the historical figure, because in the 16th century, Vlad Dracul, he led a rebellion of Romania against the Ottoman Empire and successfully brought the country out of the Ottoman Empire for a while, certainly the northern part, and that was that. And whereas in Stoker's novel, Count Dracula is at a castle near Bistrița, in what's now northern Romania, then part of Austria-Hungary. And in the novel, the Count is an ethnic Hungarian, not a Romanian. And by the way, he doesn't call them Romanians in the novel, Stoker, he calls them Dacians. Much of it is written in diary form, or a few letters as well. It's a bit of an epistolary novel, a genre which seems to have disappeared. So that is that. Vlad Dracul Tepeș was a ferocious warrior and would impale Ottoman soldiers that he captured, but nobody said that he drank blood or anything like that. So that is his fantastic novel about Bram Stoker. He mixed in together other things about, there was some Hungarian countess who supposedly kept herself youthful by bathing in human blood, or there was an illness whereby it really exists, people can't come out in sunlight, can only come out in darkness because they get sunburnt, even in the slightest sunlight. Well, that's Bram Stoker. Get reading his fantastic novel. It's fairly pacey, but also demanding, as a 19th century novel was. Written for a long attention span, and it doesn't make it easy on the reader. So using an advanced vocabulary, it's just incredibly fluent. It's unimprovable.